The most anticipated fitness tracker of the year, it's finally here, and yes, the Mi Band 5 is better than ever. But is that enough to keep the crown of being the most popular budget tracker out there? Let's inspect! Hey, welcome everyone, Tech for All channel, the place where we inspect cool tech. Michael speaking, and I'm finally ready with summing up my Mi Band 5's thoughts and observations, which are based on about 2 weeks of usage. I actually got both the international and the Chinese editions, and had the chance to try them both, and differences are pretty small. There have been rumors about NFC and Alexa assistant support, and blood oxygen level tracking, but the international version has none of them, which is quite unfortunate. The Mi Band 5 is surrounded by fierce competition these days, and Xiaomi have always been a little conservative when developing the series through the years, and were behind the competition, adding a color display, 24/7 HR tracking, extra features like Pi, and so on. But we have to also credit their very well-developed portfolio, having the Mi Band being among the entry-level sports tracking products, and then going up for Amazfit watches like the Amazfit Bip, or Amazfit GTR, or the top of their line like the Amazfit Stratos 3. To talk in numbers, the Mi Band 5 launch price is around $45 at most places, already available on Amazon and similar websites, and its most popular rival, Fitbit Inspire HR, costs about twice more, and it's not that shiny in terms of features supported, but there are a number of good choices for the money, including the Honor Band 5, Oppo Band, Realme Band, enough reasons to push Xiaomi to do their homework right. The unboxing experience I've had with the first unit I got was not too great, and the package is similar to the predecessor, meaning nothing spectacular and even a little too basic. Inside you're gonna find just the band, the instructions leaflet, and the charging cable, which from design perspective is the biggest change this year. That's right, visually the Mi Band 5 and Mi Band 4 are very similar, and without closely inspecting you can hardly tell the difference. Since this is a tech review channel, let's highlight the most important features. Like the predecessor, it uses power-efficient chipset by Dialog Semiconductor, has a beautiful and very bright 1.1-inch display, single touch button, 125 mAh battery, it is waterproof for swimming, weighs around 12 grams, and there's a new sensor it's getting, a barometer. Of course, I should mention about the hardware features many of us wanted to see, and they're not available yet. Looks like the international version is not getting NFC variation, so forget about using it for payments. There seems to be no active SpO2 sensor, and it's still not clear whether the hardware can measure it, and it's a matter of time of getting it through firmware update or not. There's no GPS, no microphone. I guess if the last 4 were somehow implemented, this was about to make the Mi Band 5 crazy good, but was also about to cannibalize the sales of most other wearable products of the company. Oh, and one more massive change, the name. It's now supposed to be called Mi Smart Band 5, and I believe it is worth looking into the software in order to justify this statement. Indeed, this is the area where Mi Band has gone the longest way, and there's so much information you can extract from these sensors that you can make a 10-slide presentation about a human being's activity flow for a given day. Gonna start with the fact that it now supports menstrual cycles notifications, and I can't say whether they are well implemented or not. I would count on you, our dear lady followers, to share your opinion in the comment section below, but it's great to see Xiaomi thinking of the well-being of perhaps the major target group of their Mi Bands, and it all makes perfect sense. For a starter, make sure to have the Mi Fit app on your phone, of course well supported on both Android and iPhones. From there, you have to discover and connect to the band and go through the initial setup wizard. If you've had previous generations of Mi Band or other Xiaomi wearables, it will of course take you less time. Something we haven't seen with the previous generations, the Mi Band 5 has the option for language selection on Android phones out of the box. The good thing is that now you can switch the Chinese edition of the band to English straight from the app, and that's another great implementation. You can also fine-tune every single bit of the user experience, from the amount and type of menus which will appear when you swipe left and right, to the amount of samples taken from your heart rate state. Everything is designed to be easy and intuitive, and to be working and performing according to your own needs. Xiaomi have added the option to configure the screen timeout even, but not as great as the Honor Band 5, where you can have always on mode for a few minutes. Maximum screen on duration with the Mi Smart Band 5 is up to only 10 seconds. Screen brightness is also selectable, and since there is no ambient sensor to automatically control it, you have to choose between 5 different grades of brightness, with the brightest reaching the remarkable 450 nits, which combined with a well-chosen watch face is visible even on bright days. While I was exploring the Mi Band 4 last year, I've pointed your attention to the not-so-precise sleep tracking, and that's now up to par with the trendsetters, even more detailed, and finally it detects when you sleep during weird parts of the day, and this will of course trigger a number of recommendations how you should pay more attention to the way you approach your sleep planning and execution. Naps are also detected, and having a couple of nights where I woke up and then went back to sleep, I had the chance to follow up on the accuracy level, and it is impressive. Mi Band 5 has properly detected the hour and the minute I woke up and then when I got back to sleep. This is amazing and is another area where a lot of resources have been invested, and even for that part only, I'm ready to give the Mi Band 5 a big thumb up and conclude that the smart add-on to the name is well deserved. Next upgrade is the PAI status, Personal Activity Intelligence module, which is an overall assessment of your health condition based on the values detected and extracted from the steps, pulse and the sleeping, and is becoming a standard implementation in many fitness trackers nowadays. Furthermore, there are a number of recommendations from the smartphone app that can come handy. You can actually spend a lot of time analyzing your own habits and think of ways to improve the quality of life. Looking into the sports, that's another key section, and while Mi Band 5 cannot automatically detect sport activities, it has a lot more integrated functions than last year's model and is with improved accuracy thanks to the more advanced sensors used. Concerning the rest of the features I'm not going to highlight, if you know there's something which is part of most other fitness trackers, it is of course well working with the Mi Band 5 as well. Things like remote camera trigger or music playback control or even watch face customization. Yes, you heard me right, we can already customize watch faces on fitness trackers. That's how good they are in 2020. Now, in terms of user experience, I'm going to say some bad things, but before hearing that, remember, the new edition has more precise accelerometer, stress monitoring, better heart rate sensor and overall a lot of software improvements which apparently require more battery use. But it's a fact that I had to do my first recharging only after 6 days of usage, and I was sticking mostly to the defaults like screen was set to brightness level 3 most of the time, stress monitoring, HR monitoring with the default value of 1 minute increments, a bit of sports and a custom watch face, which is true maybe consumes a little more than the usual energy, but come on, 6 days only? I haven't had such a short endurance achievement since I tested the Galaxy Fit E by Samsung, and I so much hope that software improvements are going to enhance the battery life, because right now, considering how good the Mi Band 4 was about battery life during testing, I can classify the whole thing as a big disappointment, and from my point of view, this is the most serious drawback of the Mi Band 5. Bottom line, let me put things like that. The Honor Band 5, released last year, supports blood oxygen saturation monitoring and has most of the features that the Mi Band 5 brings just now. Huawei Band 4 Pro has embedded GPS, and I guess we can well understand that the Mi Band 5, although being a nice update, doesn't meet the hype created and the high expectations that tech addicts like me have. While the hardware doesn't seem to be much better, the addition of upgraded sensors and the tremendously better software and features make it up for the price. If you have Mi Band 4 already, upgrading will have questionable improvements, but if you have Mi Band 3 or any other pre-19 fitness tracker, difference is gonna be huge. And while there obviously are reasons to think twice about alternatives, the Mi Smart Band 5 is the best Mi Band yet, with a lot of great features, fantastic user experience, and with extremely reliable fitness tracking capabilities for quite a tempting price. Well, that's about it. Thanks a lot for watching this video on my channel, and I so much hope it has helped you to make the right buying decision and to get to know better one of the hottest fitness trackers of 2020. If you decide to get one, please support the channel by using any of the suggested purchase links from the description below. hit the like if all that was useful, and subscribing to the channel is for free and gives you access to a lot of cool tech reviews. I'm Michael, and we'll be back with the next one soon enough. Stay fit and see you around!